Hey guys, Jess here with Cardinal Signs. I hope that you're doing well. So we're going to do your weekly look into the crystal ball, see what's coming in here for you for the week ahead. So as always, I'm starting with earth signs. The timestamps are linked in the description box below, and we'll carry on from there. So what's going on with earth? Okay, so I'm seeing an interesting, it's like I'm being shown that in some regards you're at like the top of your game. It's like I'm seeing that you're at the pinnacle of something. And yet for some reason you aren't seeing it that way. Maybe you're being overly critical, very hard on yourself. Because I'm seeing that from your perspective, it's like mirrored, and it's almost like you're not happy with what you have, with what you've accomplished. You want more, so you may have to reassess or reevaluate what's going on there and why you feel that there is a lack or that you're coming up short. Because to other people, they're saying that you're very successful, but you're being very hard on yourself, perhaps. What else for earth signs? Okay, some of you may find yourself getting caught up in like this spider web of drama in the upcoming week. I'm seeing like a lot of different people like having things to say, wires getting crossed, people misunderstanding things, and you're kind of like stuck in the middle going, oh my God, what's going on? And having to deal with kind of the fallout as a result of that. So just be careful with that. If at all possible, try to remove yourself from that situation or kind of get more onto the periphery of whatever's going on there with all of these people kind of firing off messages and the potential for miscommunication there. So if you can sidestep that, do your best to do so. What else for earth signs? Okay, some of you may feel that things are picking up pace, that things are going very quickly, possibly a bit out of control. So quick that perhaps you feel that you're missing opportunities. You may feel that you're dropping the ball on something. And that things are getting a little bit out of hand. So you may try to do what you can to slow the pace down this week. Carve out a little bit more time for yourself to just, tune in, meditate, breathe. What else for earth signs? Some of you are going to be fussy or finicky about a very particular detail. So I'm seeing you really like fixating on one thing in particular. I believe that this will be a coping mechanism. I believe it's linked to that last message where things feel that they're going very quickly, spinning out of control. And so this is your way of just like kind of zooming in, getting very detail oriented, very focused on this one thing. And that's how you're handling the chaos that's going around you. So on one side, that's great if you're finding a way to cope. But on the other side, you may miss things that are important, or you may become too obsessive over this one little detail, and it just kind of like holds your attention to the exclusion of all else. What else for earth signs? I'm seeing a message coming in here, and it's definitely a good message. If you've been waiting for good news or a green light, that's possibly coming in for you this week. I'm seeing it's coming in on silver wings. So it's definitely has like prosperity behind it, or like this sort of like a blessing that's coming through here in this message. Final message for earth signs. I don't understand what that was. I'm going to move on. Or clarify, please. Okay. Some of you, I believe that this is a spirit animal that's coming through here. And you may have an experience, maybe it's not a spirit animal, but it's definitely spirit trying to communicate with you through something in your normal everyday life. So there may be something that happens and it's meant to get your attention. It's meant to let you know that spirit's helping you or to guide you in a particular direction. However, again, I'm getting this kind of theme of wires getting crossed and miscommunication. So there is a possibility of you getting either spooked by whatever's coming through here. Kind of just a little bit like, what was that all about? Or misinterpreting the message, okay? So this week, make sure that you take the time to slow down and think things through very carefully. Don't try to jump to conclusions. Resist that temptation. Think things through slowly. You don't have to make, your decision right away. You can wait a day, whatever. Be open to communications that are coming through, but also be very, not judgmental, but definitely question everything that's coming through. Like, does this make sense? Make sure you have a very solid filter, okay? Don't take everything at face value. These are the important things that are coming through here for you for earth signs. So I hope that those messages were helpful for you. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care of yourself. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you again soon. Air signs, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, some of you may feel that something that was negative or troubling, disturbing, bugging you, that kind of thing, this could be a person, could be a situation, I feel it's more so person, is moving away from you. So it's kind of like you're glad to see the backside of this person, okay? So for whatever reason, they are being removed from your life, or at least being pushed a considerable distance outside of your social circle or whatever it may be. So that's excellent. I feel that you're going to be quite relieved by their removal. What else for air signs? Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of like jumbled emotions coming through this week. So there's like this very eclectic mix of like happiness and sadness and passion and just all these different things coming through, and they're being shown like plasma. It's like they're all like layered one on top of the other, and like the lines are blurred between all of these emotions. It's possible that you're going to, as you go through your days, be experiencing like a rapid evolution of these emotions, and it feels a bit chaotic, to be honest. So do what you can to try to allow yourself to process the emotions, allow them to flow through your body. Try to remove any resistance that you may feel, so that you're able to kind of transmute any negative emotions into positive, and not be in resistance to positive emotions trying to come through. Hopefully that made sense. What else for air signs? There's the need for you to reevaluate a strategy. So this could be with your career or business or whatever it may be. There's the need to kind of step back and say, okay, is what I'm doing working? Is there something different that I can do so that I can win or get ahead? There is definitely a sense of an opponent coming through here. It's like you're trying to one-up someone or beat competition. Okay, so make sure you're thinking about that carefully. It's being presented to me that the solution is very simple and very elegant. And if you think about it for a little bit, it will present itself to you quite easily. I see you being able to tap into that with relative ease. What else for air signs? Okay, this is so interesting. It's like I'm being shown that you're in conflict with your spiritual guidance team. So if you speak with your spirit guides regularly, or you seek their advice regularly, it's like I'm being shown that you are perhaps asking them for advice, or perhaps they're giving it to you unsolicited. But however that goes, you're not listening to what they're saying. And it's interesting because they're backing off, and they're going to give you kind of like this. It's coming through as a silent treatment, but it's meant to honor your free will in saying, well, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to follow your advice. So very interesting. You may have to kind of mend that relationship. Perhaps you consciously and deliberately go against your own intuition again and again and again. And so you're almost like dulling the relationship that you have with your spiritual guidance team and your higher self and your intuition. So think about what that message means to you. It might not apply to everybody who's listening, maybe just a few of you. What else for air signs? Okay, so I'm seeing you needing to clean up a little mess or blunder. It looks like something that was completely accidental, and it's just kind of caused a bit of a problem, and it is fixable, but there's always going to be like that lingering impression of whatever the mess was that was made. Not explaining that very well. So it's like damage control, basically. You're having to go in and do damage control, and you'll be able to kind of smooth things over to a large degree, but there will always be just like that little like smudge, that little reminder that this mishap happened. Okay, so that's coming through here. Final message for air signs. Okay, so if you feel that things have been jumbled up in your life, so I'm being shown like a whole bunch of different strings, kind of like on a marionette, and previously they're all like intertwined, they're a jumble, they're a great big mess. This week I'm seeing that that's not the case anymore. They're flowing a lot more smoothly and linearly. They each have their own path. So you may feel that just like the mechanics of your life are starting to become more smooth. Okay, things are flowing more easily. It doesn't feel like such uphill work trying to get things done. So that's really lovely to see. How this comes about is going to be different for everybody, but I think that the end result is going to feel very good, and you're going to have this sense of things just flowing a lot more freely and easily. This week feels like it's going to be a challenging week for you, air signs. There's definitely like a lot of jumbled stuff going on here with your emotions, with things going on in the outside, mishaps, all this kind of thing. But I think the silver lining here is that by the end of the week, you are going to feel that things flow much more smoothly and that things are back on track for you. Okay, so keep on pressing on. So I hope that you have a beautiful week. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So take care, and I'll see you again soon. Fire signs. Let's see what's going on for you for the upcoming week. Okay, Something's coming through here that is very elusive. It may feel like a lucky chance or like a lucky break, an opportunity that seems almost too good to be true. And you have this opportunity to grab at it, and it will disappear very quickly. So if it's something that you want to jump on, you have to jump on it right away. You don't have any time to deliberate or delay. It's there 1 minute, it's gone the next. Okay? What else for fire signs? Okay. Some of you may be focused on trying to organize or tidy up. There is a sense of, it's kind of like running on a treadmill. You may feel that things in your life are just kind of like constantly in a shambles. There's a lot of chaos in your like environment around you, and you can do all that you can to try to like tidy things up, get things in order and organized. And by the time you finished, you look around and it's already a mess again. So you have to kind of just accept things as they are, resign yourself to the fact that right now that's just where life is for you, and it's important not to let things go. You have to keep on with that kind of like tedious everyday work of trying to keep things organized and flowing smoothly, and kind of keep frustration in check. That there is just this constant new mess basically to deal with and take care of. So that kind of energy is coming through here for you. What else for fire signs? Okay, so I'm seeing a message coming in. Was it? Earth signs got a significant message as well. Now your message is coming through upside down, and perhaps in a form that is not really accessible to you. Okay, like the format feels almost foreign, or at least kind of difficult to interpret. Okay, so this could be like, it's not actually this, but like, you know, like a backhanded compliment. So it's like things that are like backwards, and so you're kind of going to have to do a little bit of digging and figure out what's the actual meaning of this message that's coming through. It's also being shown as if you're trying to like read a letter, but you're like looking at it upside down. Okay, so it's very difficult to interpret what's coming through here. So just be careful with that. Maybe not, like if you get something, a question, you know, deeper meanings, hidden meanings, and not taking things just completely at face value. What else for fire signs? Okay, so I'm seeing the Magician showing up here. Sometimes it happens and I'll be shown a tarot card. And it's also coming up with the Star. Okay, so these are very powerful major arcana cards. The Magician is about taking responsibility for your own destiny. It's about using what you have to create what you want. So that's important energy for you this week. And the Star is all about blessings and hope. So this is an excellent time for you to harness that power. It's an excellent week for creativity, for accomplishing major goals, or at least starting to work on major goals. There's so much good energy that's going to help to push the like birth of something new in your life. Okay, this is something that you've probably hoped for, or at least thought about for a very long time. What else for fire signs? Okay, music is coming through here very strongly. This can be something that's like, oftentimes when I get a musical message, I'm a musician myself, but to me music is kind of like a special language that spirit can use to kind of draw your attention to something, or to make you feel something, or to hear a message that, you know, you're not hearing otherwise in your life. So you might hear a particular song with a certain lyric and that kind of thing. So it could be that coming through here for you. It could just be linked with that creativity that I was talking about in the previous message. And it's kind of like music like running through you, and needing expression. So maybe it's not music in particular for you, but it's like the need to express your creativity in like a tangible way that you can share with other people. That's coming through. Final message for fire signs. Okay, so some of you are, okay, how do I say this? Because it's going two ways. You're catching someone's eye, and I think that that's for the majority of you. For some of you, it could be someone's catching your eye, but I think for the most part, you are catching someone else's eye. So you're making an impression. You're showing up here as being like dazzling, really like sparkly. Okay, so it's like you can't help but be noticed by other people. Okay, so you may find that you're able to make a really great connection because of this, because you're like on fire, you know, and very attractive to other people. Like your energy is drawing other people to you. So that's lovely to see for you fire signs. You've got really great energy coming through here for this week. So I hope that these messages were helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So take care of yourself, have a beautiful week, and I'll see you again soon. Water signs. Let's see what's coming in here for you. Okay. I don't mean to scare you, but I'm going to tell you what I see. So I'm seeing death in the crystal. Now, this is like the shadow of death. This could be you confronting your fears about death. It's being shown upside down, so death in the reverse. So I don't feel that this is actually an experience that you're going to be having, you know, like someone passing away around you. I don't get that impression at all. I feel that it's more of a contemplation of your own mortality, and it is possibly making you feel uncomfortable. So for whatever reason you are going through these things, perhaps you're like working on a will, or you know, thinking about things like that. It could be that kind of thing coming through as well. So let's see what else is going on here for water signs. Some of you are wanting to defend something, and you're willing to do a lot to keep something or someone protected and safe. For some of you, this is a secret that you've been entrusted with, and you will not divulge it. Your lips are sealed about whatever that was that you've been entrusted with. For others of you, I feel that you're coming to the defense of someone else. You may be defending their integrity. You may be defending their intentions, if anything is in question as far as that goes. So if someone's, you know, talking poorly about somebody, you're not going to be okay with that, and you're going to be defending them, and quite like rigidly, standing behind them. What else for water signs? I'm getting a lot of like reversed images in my crystal, which is interesting. I'll think about what that means for you. But I get the sense, and this goes with the first thing that I saw with death coming through, because now I'm seeing a camera in reverse. And so there's the sense of looking back at the major events that you've had in your life, and just sorting through your memories. Thinking about, all that you have accomplished, all that you've experienced, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And why is it coming up in reverse? Okay, they're saying because there's a degree of resistance. Perhaps you're not seeing something that is rather obvious, and you're looking through the lens of your camera, as it were, but you've got it upside down. Like you're not seeing how all of these things have unfolded in your life in the way that you should be in order to draw the appropriate meaning or learnings from them. So think about that. What else for water signs? Okay, again, we already talked about this. We talked about somebody who is maybe really harsh and you're having to be quite defensive and strong. They're coming through here as like cruel is the word that I'm being told. So just be careful. You may be dealing with somebody who is like unusually hard to handle, or seems to be unusually cruel, or they have a cruel streak, or they're dealing with their own issues, their own hurt, and they're lashing out at you or someone else as a result of that. So make sure you're protecting yourself as much as this other person that I'm seeing you trying to defend, okay? So be careful around this person. They're not really in their best self right now. Final message for water signs. Okay, I'm seeing a really clear message coming through here for you this week, like a message that you're going to be getting. It's like a signpost, and it's pointing you in a particular direction, or showing you like a new avenue, or a subject, or a pursuit that you may be interested in going after, and it's going to be impossible to miss is what I'm seeing. It's like super luminous and illuminated. Okay, so this is big. This is something that you really need to pay attention to, and you need to at least do it the honor of looking into it. You are under no obligation to go down any path. It's always up to you, your free will, whether you want to pursue something or not. But I do feel that you have the duty to at least give it a chance and be open to this new idea, because it's coming up as something that will be very good for you, or can be very good for you. So I hope that these messages were helpful for you, water signs. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So have a beautiful week, take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon.